the jackpot symbols align, sirens wail, money cascades. That euphoric moment when everything clicks. But here, ask what casino workers kept hidden for decades. Slot machines operate on completely different programming levels, and understanding which ones to approach transforms everything about your casino experience. What I'm about to expose will fundamentally alter how you see every machine on that floor. Years spent behind casino counters watching patterns most players never recognize. Secret knowledge about return percentages, strategic positioning, intelligent wagering approaches, and the psychological traps designed to empty wallets. Whether you visit casinos monthly or planning your annual Vegas adventure, this information could revolutionize your entire approach. Before we dive deep, I need to know something. What's your go-to slot game? Buffalo Variations, Fortune Wheel Classics, Asian-themed 88 Fortunes. Share your favorite in the comments section. Let me see which games dominate player preferences out there. Now let's pull back the curtain on what casinos desperately hope remains hidden forever. Understanding what return percentages actually mean changes everything. Every single machine contains embedded programming called payback percentage, alternatively known as RTP, return to player ratio. This represents the average monetary amount each machine returns across extended timeframes. Certain machines operate at 85% parameters, others function at 95% levels. Premium selections occasionally exceed even higher thresholds. That seemingly minor differential translates to hours of extended gameplay versus funds evaporating within minutes. Here's the critical catch most players miss completely. Casinos deliberately avoid displaying these crucial numbers anywhere on machine exteriors. The uncomfortable reality. Some games run substantially tighter parameters. Others operate with looser configurations. Your responsibility as an educated player involves identifying which category you're facing. The denomination revelation casino workers finally admit former casino employees expose one of the industry's most protected secrets. Higher denomination machines consistently deliver superior payback percentages. Dollar slots typically return significantly better rates than penny alternatives. The reasoning: casinos generate more revenue per individual spin on elevated denominations, enabling them to return higher percentages to players without sacrificing profit margins. Quick challenge for your analytical skills. Given these two options, which configuration do you predict delivers superior returns? A penny slot offering 50 separate pay lines versus a $5 classic three-reel machine. Here's your clue. Larger wagers typically correlate with improved return rates. Type your educated guess in the comments and I'll reveal the accurate answer momentarily. Why this information matters critically for your available funds. Consider the mathematics this way. Playing penny slots at 88% payback means losing approximately $12 for every $100 cycled through that machine over extended sessions. Conversely, playing dollar slots at 95% payback translates to losing only $5 per $100 wagered. That's literally more than double the entertainment duration for identical bankroll amounts. The quiz answer revealed the $5 classic slot delivers dramatically better payback almost universally. Penny slots exist primarily for extended entertainment sessions and atmospheric appeal, but they extract substantially larger house percentages. Now you possess this knowledge advantage. Before discussing specific game selections, let's examine optimal locations for discovering the best-paying machines. Former casino employees confirmed the gaming floor design resembles a calculated maze, with machine positioning following deliberate strategic patterns rather than random placement. The most visually spectacular, acoustically overwhelming machines positioned directly adjacent to entrance doors and primary walkways, often programmed with the tightest parameters. However, here's an intriguing strategic element. Casinos simultaneously position certain better-paying machines in high-visibility zones, near entrances and beverage areas. The reasoning: nothing generates marketing value quite like visible winners, where maximum foot traffic can witness celebration moments. So how do you distinguish between tight and loose configurations? That's where scouting methodology becomes essential. We'll explore that technique shortly. But first, let's identify the 5 machine categories offering optimal winning probability. Category 1. Video poker, the intelligent player's preference. Here's what casino employees themselves frequently select when gambling personally. Video poker machines. The reasoning: these games provide superior payback percentages when you understand selection criteria. Plus, the pay table displays directly on screen. Zero mystery involved, no guessing required. A full-pay jacks or better machine can deliver 99.5% return or higher with perfect strategic play. Even allowing for occasional decision errors, you're still looking at 98 to 99% returns. That dramatically exceeds most slot machine configurations. Here's your personal challenge for implementation. Next casino visit. Pause and examine a video poker pay table carefully. A strong jacks or better configuration pays 9 coins for full house combinations and 6 coins for flush hands. That's designated a 9-6 machine in industry terminology. If it pays 8 for full house and 5 for flush, that's an 8-5 designation, representing an inferior version with worse odds. Can you spot this critical difference? Attempt this identification and report in comments whether you located a 9-6 machine at your local casino. We've touched this concept, but let me demonstrate exactly what this means. Mathematically, penny slots provide enjoyment, visual excitement, and enable extended play sessions, but the house advantage runs substantially higher. Typical penny slot returns might range 88 to 92%. A $1 or $5 slot typically returns 94 to 96%, or potentially higher. Now, I'm not suggesting you must play elevated denominations exclusively. If penny slots align with your entertainment budget and deliver the enjoyment you seek, that's completely legitimate. However, if you're pursuing improved mathematical odds and possess adequate bankroll, increasing to quarter or dollar denominations creates measurable mathematical advantage. Question for you: would you prefer wagering smaller amounts for extended play duration, or betting larger for superior return percentages and potentially substantial wins? Share your perspective in comments. I'm genuinely curious how different players approach this fundamental decision. Category 3. Always verify the pay table configuration before committing funds. Here's something that shocks most recreational players. To machines displaying identical names and identical graphics can pay totally different amounts. I'm discussing side-by-side machines positioned within feet of each other. One might operate the strong configuration, the other runs the weak version. And the only method for determining which you're facing involves checking the pay table carefully. Buffalo represents a perfect example. You'll find Buffalo machines throughout virtually every casino, but certain versions deliver superior payouts compared to others. Identical situation with Wheel of Fortune, Lightning Link, 88 Fortunes, variations. All these games exist in multiple pay table versions with different return percentages. Examine the screen carefully. Which of these two pay table configurations would you identify as superior, left or right? Comment your educated guess below, and I'll reveal the correct answer later in this video. Hint for consideration: pay close attention to full house and flush payout amounts if examining video poker, or bonus multiplier structures if analyzing slot configurations. Category 4, progressive jackpots and optimal timing for engagement. Now let's discuss progressive jackpot machines. Games like Wheel of Fortune, Megabucks, and progressive versions of popular slots create powerful temptation. Massive jackpots displayed prominently right on the machine screen. But here's what former employees understand clearly. Progressives typically run tighter on their base game payout structures to fund those enormous prize pools. That said, once a progressive jackpot grows sufficiently large, the mathematical equation actually shifts favorably. That's precisely when experienced players strategically engage. For example, if a progressive that historically hits around $500,000 currently sits at $2 million, you might be examining a positive expectation scenario. If your bankroll allows maximum bet requirements, here's my question for you. Would you chase an enormous jackpot, even knowing the game normally pays less on regular spins? Or do you prefer steady, smaller wins with better base game returns? Drop your answer in comments. I want to see how divided player preferences are on this strategic question. Category 5. Strategic machine locations matter more than most realize. Back to positioning strategy, former casino employees report machines positioned near high-limit areas sometimes operate superior. RTP configurations compared to their penny slot equivalents on the main floor. You don't necessarily need to play inside the high-limit room itself, but that general vicinity often features better-paying versions of popular games. Additionally, machines positioned near table game areas, along back walls, or in quieter corners away from main casino entrances tend to be worth investigating. And here's a technique some experienced players swear by religiously. Machines positioned near the player S-Club desk, or cashier cage sometimes, run slightly looser configurations because casinos want patrons cashing out modest wins to feel positive about their experience. Next casino visit, I want you conducting an experiment. Look around and observe where you witness people winning most frequently. How to wager intelligently. 3 fundamental rules of smart betting. All right, you've identified a promising machine. Now, how should you wager on it? Former casino employees follow 3 straightforward rules that most recreational players completely ignore. Rule 1. Cover all available pay lines. If you're playing a multi-line slot configuration, play all available lines. If you don't, you risk missing a significant win that lands on a line you didn't wager. It's genuinely heartbreaking witnessing a jackpot symbol combination appear on line 28 when you only wagered 20 lines. Now, if covering all lines pushes your budget beyond comfortable limits, reduce your coin size instead. You'd prefer wagering 50 cents across 50 lines rather than $2 across 10 lines. Covering the lines matters more than bet size on most game configurations. Rule 2. Maximum bet on progressives or avoid them entirely. If you're playing a progressive jackpot machine, you typically need maximum bet to qualify for the grand prize. If you cannot afford maximum bet, don't play that machine. Select something else. Imagine hitting the jackpot combination only to discover you're ineligible because you weren't wagering maximum. That's a crushing experience. So either play maximum or skip progressives entirely and play a game where any bet size can win the top prize. Rule 3. Bankroll management transforms everything fundamentally. This is where most players fail completely. Former casino employees treat their bankroll like a ticket to entertainment, not an investment vehicle. Here's the intelligent approach. Establish your budget before entering the casino. Let's say it's $200. Divide it into 4 sessions of $50 each. Play your first session. If you lose that $50, take a break, walk around the casino, grab a beverage, try a different area. If you hit a nice win, say you turn $50 into $120. Pocket the original $50 and play with the $70 profit. That way, you've locked in a free session, and anything you win from there is pure bonus. Here's an honest question for you. Do you establish a budget before playing, or do you just play until the funds are depleted? Be honest in the comments. No judgment here. I want to see what real players actually do. The 3-step scouting methodology. How to scout like an insider. Former casino employees don't just sit at random machines hoping for luck. They scout first, using specific methodology. Here's the exact 3-step process they use. Step 1. Observe before committing funds. Don't pull out your wallet immediately. Watch several machines for 2 to 3 minutes each. Is someone getting frequent small wins? Are bonus rounds triggering regularly? If you see a player who's been feeding a machine for 10 minutes with nothing to show for it, and they walk away visibly frustrated, that's a signal worth noting. Now, slots don't have memory. Every spin is random. But observation tells you if a machine is currently hitting or currently cold. You want to catch machines when they're starting to show some activity. Step 2. Avoid machines with fresh big wins. If you just witnessed someone hit a $500 bonus or jackpot, skip that machine for now. While every spin is technically random, machines that just paid big often go cold for extended stretches. The casino's mathematical equation balances out over thousands of spins, so a machine that just dumped money probably won't dump more immediately. Instead, look for machines showing consistent medium action. Not huge wins, not terrible losses, but steady small to medium hits. That's your sweet spot. Step 3. Test with small amounts initially. Start with $10 to $20 as a test run. If the machine gives you steady play and a few small wins within that amount, you might have found a promising one. If it consumes your $20 in under 10 spins with nothing back, move on quickly. This way you're not guessing blindly. You're making informed, low-risk choices. You're playing like someone who understands the game, not someone just hoping for luck. Destroying the biggest slot myths casino workers are tired of hearing, all right. Let's eliminate some myths that former casino employees are exhausted hearing repeatedly. Myth 1. Machines get hot or cold. Every spin is random. Period. A machine doesn't remember what happened 5 spins ago or 5,000 spins ago. If someone just won, the machine isn't due to go cold. If it hasn't paid in an hour, it's not due to hit. Each spin has the exact same odds as the one before it. Myth 2. Time of day matters for payouts. The machine doesn't know if it's Tuesday morning or Saturday night. Now, that said, quieter times might feel better because there's less noise. You can move around more freely, and you can scout machines without crowds, but the actual payouts don't change based on the clock. Myth 3. Pressing buttons harder makes a difference. I've seen people pound the spin button like their survival depends on it, or tap the screen during a bonus round thinking they can influence the outcome. They can't.